Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. You know what? Most women, most modern women, they claim to be strong and independent, right? When in actuality, they're beyond strong or independent. You know how I know this? You know what makes them not strong and independent, right? The thing that makes them not strong and independent is that after divorce, right? Most women out there, right, need some form of repayment from the ex-husband, right? Alimony, right? And most of these states out there, they have lifetime alimony, except for the current event that happened in Florida, where Ron DeSantis signed a bill to eliminate lifetime alimony, right? And we have women up in a roar, right, complaining like always, right? Say that, oh, we need this lifetime alimony. Well, if you're strong and independent, can you find a job? Do you really need your husband to pay for you? You claim to be strong and independent, right? Right? And and if you're strong and independent, why would you need alimony? You don't need a man to do your thing for you, right? This has come to my claim that most of them out there are not strong or independent. If you're strong and independent, you don't need alimony. You don't need all this stuff. You can make your own money, right? If you're strong and independent, you don't need a guy to support you, right? But yet again, they get a divorce, right? They get a divorce, but the court favoring their side, rewarding everything. If you're so strong and independent, why do you need all the wealth from the husband for? Why do you need all this stuff, right? And then why do you need a guy to pay child support, the majority of the child support, all this money, and you're not looking for a job? Right? This goes to my belief that most women out there are not strong nor independent. They like to believe this fantasy that they're strong and independent. If they're strong and so independent, why there's something they need a guy for? Right? They have to come to reality and face the fact that there's some stuff they need men for. And they can't realize that. They're living in their delusional world. Right? This alimony issue. It's prime example that most women out there, especially women in their later years in life, right? Like say that they don't need a man, they can find a job. Obviously, you need the man and his money because you can't find a job. No company want to hire an older woman, right? And if you're strong and independent, you have a job. Why do you need a man's alimony? If you are already working, making your own money, why do you need alimony? Right? No, you want to live this rich life, and you know what? You know what's the process of doing this? You're destroying the man, right? Well, they don't care they destroyed the man, right? They're very vengeful. They're very hateful against the man and against their ex-husband. All this stuff, right? They're very hateful. They're very vengeance against them. They don't care. They want to break the man, right? So if you break the man, right? How are you supposed to get your alimony, right? And not only that, there are some states out there that makes guy to take a life insurance benefit, even though he feel like he don't need a life insurance, right? There's some court out there that make guys take a life insurance policy in order if he were to pass away, she's entitled to his life insurance policy. Now, if you're so strong and independent, why do you need his life insurance policy? Right? It totally defeats the purpose of your claim to be strong and independent. Right? It doesn't make any sense at all. And now we're having women in Florida going in the uproar because they're losing their alimony, right? Well, suck it up, buttercup. Right? Guys, I guess this is one W for the men, right? But, women are up in roar complaining about this, right? And you figure why men are not marrying, right? Because of these kind of things, these lifetime alimony. All right, this is what discouraging a lot of men from not marrying. There's one example. There's many reasons why guys are just being discouraged from marriage, and this is just one of them. This idea of alimony. This is basically stealing from a man, right? A woman is capable of working, but yet she chooses not to work. She chooses to live on these alimony. Not only that, some women think that I think this alimony is not enough. I think I'll go to a court to debate, to fight even for more money, right? This constant going to the court, right, over and over and over is the endless cycle for men, right? This is what guys have to deal with, right? Guys will always have to go to court, when he's involved with a woman, when he's involved with his ex-wife. There's no ending to this, right? If a woman ever feel like that the alimony is not enough, she can always go back to court. She can always drag him to court, have him pay for attorneys and all these stuff, right? Just because she feel like her lifestyle needed more support, needed more money from him. It's not living. His alimony is not living up to her lifestyle. And what does that do, right? What does that do? It leads to a lot of guys who's in depressions, desperations. You know, they go off themselves. Somewhere they kill. I don't want to say that word. They go suicide themselves, delete themselves off. Right? This is the type of things that lead to a lot of men offing themselves. Right? And I think they like to. I want to take this example of Robin Williams, right? They love to say the reason why he deleted himself, right? Robin Williams, the actor, right? The reason why he deleted himself, because he have a onset dementia or something like that, right? There's something wrong with his brain. When you think about it, when you look at his paperwork, his marriage contract and all this stuff, right? It reveals a lot, right? He had 2 failed marriages, I think, right? And the reason why he kept working, he was an old man at that time, right? He should have been retired already a long time ago. But he keep making movies. The reason why he keep making movies is to pay his wife alimony. His ex-wife was extorting him. Had no way of paying her alimony unless he keep working. So basically, he's not retiring right now. Right now he's already passed away, but when he was alive, he always keep working when he could have just used his twilight years to retire. But his ex-wife won't let him do that, right? Because she need his alimony. So that's the reason why he just kept working, and then it got to the point where I guess what I think, he felt the need to off himself. His misery was so high. He was so much in misery because his ex-wife was making his life a living hell. They were always going back and forth at the court for more money. And what that leads him? It leads him to off himself, to suicide. That's what I think, right? But the media say, because he has dementia, because he's old. Of course he didn't have some kind of brain imperfection in his brain, the CAT scan, because he's getting older. Of course that happens. But you got to look at the underlining. What lead to his depressions, right? His failed marriages. His ex-wife was being so unfair, right? His ex-wife was being so unfair, wanting all his demands. So that's the reason why he couldn't retire. He could retire a long time ago, but no, he just kept making moves until the end of his life. Right? This is the one example I'm talking about. They want to say they're so strong and independent. Why always keep going for the guys? Destroying the man, taking all his wealth. Right? Taking all his wealth. And you think that's fair? No, that's not fair. This is why it leads me to believe that the court, the whole system is skewed. It's leading to one-sided. It's one-sided, basically. Right? It's unfair to the man. And what does that do? The man can't retire peacefully. Right? Because he always have to pay the alimony. He had to pay the alimony. And when a wife, she claimed to be independent, right? When a wife hit her old age, right? Like 40 or 50, right? And most alimony will stop as soon as she finds a maid. But if a woman's in her 50s and 60s, whatever it is, right? And decide to get a divorce and she get alimony, what are the least more chances of her finding another mate? It's very slim to none. So she's gonna be on this constant dependency on alimony all the time, because older guys do not want to marry an older woman. Right? If a guy have a choice, he'll marry a younger woman. So if she have a divorce at her old age and the guy are forced to pay him alimony, that guy will most likely have to pay her alimony through the rest of his life. Because there's a slim chance for an older woman to get married again. And that's the only way for most states, right? For men to get an alimony if the wife get married again to another man, right? But most likely the chances are, if she divorced at her old age, she most likely won't get married. No man in his right mind will wife up an older lady. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but common sense, right? No man would want to wife up an older woman because she's used. So this is like a used rag. And most likely she can't contribute nothing more. She's worthless, right? This is why it leads her to get alimony. She can't find a job. Nobody want to hire the older woman, right? What are the chances she can get hired again? Right? So she had this constant is the cycle to keep going. She had to be reliant, right? And goes back to my point, they're not independent. Right? If they were strong, they could make their own money. But yet again, when you're older, right? But when you're older, that's not saying that you can't make money. You could make money in your old age, woman. Right? You could start a business. Right? You could start a successful business relying on your own business instead of getting your husband alimony. You could use your alimony money to start a business, and next thing you know, right? You don't have to rely on your husband. Give him back his life. That's what women at least do, right? I mean, I'm not for alimony at all, but at least use your money more responsibly. Use it to start a business, and when you don't need the money no more, give it back to your husband. Because that's unfair to the husband. Now you make him work for the rest of his life when he could enjoy retirement. Right? That's what alimony do. Alimony restrict men from retiring. But going back to my point, right? Most women out there are not strong and independent. It's just a false reality. But I'll check you back later. Peace.